I'd start a really quick intro for a weekly reading vlog because I thought today was the best day to start it because as you can see we are in our Crystal Palace gear. Wind's not coming.
You can actually get like
Wind's staying.
stuff for cats as well.
Oh no. Wind's staying. But we are going to the Community Shield.
Yes, sir.
Community Shield game today. Why am I glowing? Because Palace won the FA Cup.
Wembley, by the way.
Yeah, at Wembley.
Sorry, I've just ruined your whole.
Because Palace won the FA Cup and they're playing Liverpool, who won the Prem. So we're going to that today. But also later in the week, I'm seeing Blackpink, also at Wembley. And I'm having a sleepover with my friend. So thought it would be a good week to vlog. Weather's great. We're having probably the final heat wave of the summer. So that's very nice. I did my hair. I don't know if you can see. She's got a little curl to her. Wynn's just waiting. Hi, Weenie. Oh, no. Oh, so cute. Anyway. Are you ready? What do you think the score's going to be?
I think we're gonna lose.
No.
No, I think. I reckon it'll be. Oh, I think it'll go to penalties. 1-1 penalties,
Do you think?
and we'll win.
Okay. That's what happened for United yesterday.
Yeah.
So let's claim the same energy. United won all penalties.
Let's go.
And then we won. So let's see. I will vlog a tiny bit. Yeah. See you at Wembley. Or see you after Wembley and hopefully we're in good spirits. Otherwise we'll be a bit depressed. Well, I definitely will. Should I do a fit check?
Good job. Up to the leg, there we go. There we go.
It's a rite of passage. Anyway, okay. We have to leave to head to Wembley now, but I will see you guys there or after. I forgot, this is a reading vlog. I am starting a new book today. Just really quickly, I don't know what it's about, so we're not going to be here for long. But I'm starting The Wedding People by Alison Esbach. You would have seen this in my book shopping video. And that's the book I'm starting. So anyway, see you there. I completely forgot to vlog like all of it, but I am baking right now. If you grew up in the UK, okay. If you grew up in the UK, you would know about school cake and how incredible and wonderful and delectable it is. So I went to the shops, bought everything I need. I bought a tin, a tray. I bought a tray, like a baking tray. And I am making a school cake. I have my batter. It's a bit thick. I think I might put some milk in it, like more milk, because it feels really thick and I don't want the cake to be too dense. And then after we put loads of icing and sprinkles on it, and it's going to be amazing. Yeah. I'm sorry, I completely forgot to vlog, but we have the icing. The batter. So I'm gonna like grease and baking paper line the tray, get this in the oven and cook it up, and I'm so excited. Guys, even if you're not from the UK, go on BBC Good Food and make the school cake recipe because it's so good. It's so good. Trust me. Also, before we start, I have hiccups, disclaimer, and we're going to do a matcha mix. that looks incredible. Tastes incredible too. Okay. So updates for yesterday, Palace won the game. Big up. It was 2-2, one on the fifth and final penalty, by the way. Kept that anxiety really going because we literally had to sit through like 8 penalties or something before they actually won. It was stressful. And then on the way back, we like travelled back with some of Leon's family to like Victoria, and then, you know, we're not too far from Victoria. So I didn't get to read more on the way back of The Wedding People, but I did read 56 pages on the way there. And consider me intrigued. It is very interesting. I'm hoping not today, I don't think today, but over tomorrow in the next few days, I'm hoping to get through a lot of this book because it's been so interesting. But basically following Phoebe, and Phoebe has just split with her husband, and actually I don't think you guys know that. We're with Phoebe, and something has happened with Phoebe, and so she goes to this inn, and then when she gets there, she realizes that every single other person who's there is for this wedding. And then the bride thinks that she's there for the wedding also, like Phoebe is there for the wedding also. And then she's kind of like, oh, are you part of like my husband, like the groom's family? And Phoebe's like, no. And she's like, oh, are you part of my family? And Phoebe's like, you don't know your own family? And she's like, we have a big family. Are you part of my family? And Phoebe's like, no. And then the bride is like having a meltdown because she like specifically wanted to have only her guests at this inn. Like she didn't want anyone else there. Basically, without giving spoilers, Phoebe is planning to do something that the bride fears will completely ruin her wedding and her wedding week and will like upstage her almost. That's kind of where I'm at that point, is like the bride being like, don't do that, like you're gonna ruin my wedding week. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm very intrigued to see like how the rest of the book goes. I'm assuming that they're gonna kind of build up a relationship and a friendship and like confide within each other about their various issues. I'm sure the bride has issues of her own because so far she's been painted to be this extremely perfect, beautiful, gorgeous girl, and it's like, you know, we all know that everyone's not perfect and there's gonna be something that will be an issue. So I'm guessing that will happen, but that's where I'm at with The Wedding People. However, I am at home all day today and I'm not planning to read The Wedding People because I'm going to be finishing The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. If you know anything, you know that this is the third and final book within the Poppy War trilogy. I have 200 pages left. They're meant to be extremely devastating, and then I get to read 2.5, which is various scenes from the 3 books from one of the characters, like Nedja's perspectives. And yeah, it's just gonna be harrowing. And I've been procrastinating all day because why is it 2:22 and I haven't read a single page? Because I decided to go out, I decided to bake a cake, I decided to watch half an episode of the Summer I Turned Pretty, I decided to make a matcha. Like, I'm mega procrastinating. So now I'm just gonna sit here and finish this book. It's 2 p.m. I have like 5.5 hours before I need to start making dinner, so I'm obviously going to be able to get this done, and 2.5, because I'm pretty sure 2.5 is like 20 pages. Will I be counting it towards my reading goal? Yes, of course. Who do you think I am? But these are the plans. This is today's journey. I know I haven't read the rest of this book with you, but because we're doing a weekly reading vlog and this is one of the days within that week, I thought it was only right to show you guys what I'm up to. So that's what's happening. Wish me luck, give me your hopes and prayers, and I will see you once I have finished The Burning God. I can't. She's like, you should have killed me. He gave her a long look. She couldn't read his face. What she thought she saw confused her. But I never wanted you dead.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, like when I was reading it, I shed maybe like one singular tear.
Yeah.
And now that we're talking about it, I'm like, what the did I just read, bro?
100%.
Like, what are you actually talking about?
Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh my god.
There it comes.
Here it is. Jesus Christ. Where is okay. Wish me luck. Hello everyone, we are back for updates again. So I have been reading, it is now Wednesday, and as you will have seen from the previous clip, I did end up finishing The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. I didn't really cry. I cried more after the fact, talking through like what happened with Anissa. But I didn't really cry during it, and that is because I actually knew the ending going into this because my friend finished this book on FaceTime with me a year ago. Roughly a year ago. And she was like, can I please tell you what's happening? Because I was like, what's wrong? Why are you crying so much? And she was like, can I tell you? And I was like, sure. Not thinking anything of it. And then I've literally never forgotten that information a day in my life. And so when I was reading this book, it was just in the back of my mind. I think it is a very shocking thing that happens, and I would have been more affected by it had I not known. But I did know. So that slightly ruined it for me, so I would say avoid spoilers at all costs. However, that didn't like take away from my enjoyment of the book. 5 out of 5 stars, no doubt in my mind. This series is probably one of the best fantasy series I have ever read. One of the most complex, with the most morally grey and troubled and destroyed characters you will ever meet. It is truly incredible. I honestly recommend every single one of R.F. Kuang's books, and I know Catabasis is just going to be like equally as impressive and good. Like it's obviously going to be incredible, and I'm actually glad that I read this so close to me meeting her. If you don't know, it's Wednesday the 13th today, and I meet her on the 20th, I believe. So, you know, I meet her next week. And I'm actually glad I read this because I wasn't planning to instantly pick up Catabasis, and I'm still not. However, in my mind, I was thinking it would be closer to the end of the year when I finally read it, whereas now I'm thinking I may end up getting around to Catabasis sooner because I just forgot how incredible R.F. Kuang's writing is. So, this wasn't meant to be on the TBR for this video really, because this is a like weekly reading vlog, but like wrapping up my final summer reads, and this is obviously not a summary read in the slightest. Literally the most harrowing war story you could ever read that's fictional. Do with that what you will. But yeah, it wasn't meant to be on the TBR, but I finished it this week, so you guys got to know about it. And then I also did really quickly read The Drowning Faith, which is 10 pages of 3 different, like, scenes. I think it was 3 different scenes, maybe 4, from Neja's point of view. I don't even know if I can, like, talk about it. I, again, didn't cry, but it was, like, heavy-hitting to see just a tiny glimpse into his thought process throughout the entirety of the trilogy. It was really something, I'll tell you that. But that is every currently published R.F. Kuang book read, done, finished. And I'm so happy, even though it was so sad. I'm still really happy that it's all done. And then yesterday at work, I read a bunch of The Wedding People, and I actually read some the evening of Monday too, a couple days ago when you last saw me. So I'm now on page 196, which is just over halfway through. And I'm actually planning to finish this one up today. You can tell by me being in my desk chair that it's not my current plan, because I'm gonna game, I'm gonna play Sims. But this afternoon, this evening, I am planning to finish this one up because I really don't think it will take me long. I have like 150 pages left, so it should take me about 2 hours to wrap up this book, and I am really enjoying it, but I'm also incredibly intrigued to see like the direction that the story is heading in, because I really can't predict where this is gonna like end up. Like, I'm really not sure what like the overarching plot is going to be past what we already know from the blurb and that's already happened, if that makes sense. I don't want to give too many spoilers because it really doesn't give you too much information on the back, but yeah, it really doesn't give you a lot, so I can't say a lot. I don't want to spoil it, but it's very interesting, and I'm oh, they're fighting, so I'm gonna wrap this up because they're so loud when they fight. But yeah, I've moved, I'm sorry, but we're gonna finish this one today. I'm super excited, and then I think I have one more book on my agenda for finishing up my summary reads before we start transitioning into the autumnal fantasies, thrillers and horrors of the spooky season, which begins September 1st. I hope we're all on the same page with that. So yeah, we are slowly but surely wrapping up our summer reads. Later on in the day with more updates, of course, otherwise why would I be here? Anyway, I finished The Wedding People by Alison Espach, and I really enjoyed this one in the end. In the beginning, all the way through, it was just good all around. This is basically just literary fiction. There's nothing else to it, and I don't tend to read that genre very much. I always read, I don't know, just like any other kind of fiction, but never just like plain like the only point of the story is like human life. You know what I mean? Like, there was no really overarching romance plot, there was no thriller, there was no nothing. It was just fiction. And so I wasn't too sure how I was going to feel about it because, again, it's not my typical genre. However, I ended up actually really enjoying this one, and I just thought it was nice. I think the way we saw our main character Phoebe kind of move amongst and through these people and seeing how her life impacted everyone else's lives, like these people that she'd never even met before, it was so wonderful and interesting and just so, I don't know, I guess like human to its core. It was just really interesting, and I really recommend this one. It is like a bit more of a summary read, so not necessarily, actually. I feel like you could read this whenever, but it's got a little bit of a summary feel to it, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, I would really recommend this one. I'd recommend it even if, again, you don't really read the like lit fic genre, because I don't, and I thought this was a wonderful read. Very happy with this one. And then ultimately, finally, we are going to read our final book to wrap up summer. This is going to be our last book that I intentionally read knowing it's set in summer. I will not be seeking out any further summary reads. I will not be seeking out any books that are set solely like in summer. this is it. This is the last one. And then, like I said, we're moving towards our fantasies, our thrillers, our horrors, our spooky books, our vampire books. With that being said, Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston is going to be our final book of this video. We've basically read like 2.5 books. There wasn't too many summary reads that I felt the need to wrap up when I started this video. It was kind of these two, and then while we were finishing The Burning God within this weekly reading vlog, I thought, let's finish it together. But these are like the two I set out to read in this video before consciously switching my reads over for autumn. So this is the final one. This is the newest Ashley Poston. Disclaimer, I still haven't read The Dead Romantics. I couldn't tell you why. I don't know why I've not read that book. I own it. I bought it in the like triple stamps thing that Waterstones did last year. I am a bit dubious and apprehensive for this book, and let me tell you why. She's a singer, I believe. I also believe her name is inspired by Joni Mitchell, which is kind of fun. Her name's Joni. I'll take that. I tend to dislike, as I believe the very large community of us do, I don't like songs in books. I never know what like the melody or the rhythm is meant to be. I don't know what it's meant to sound like. I don't know the pacing of the lyrics. I don't tend to like them. So this one's a risk. I've obviously read The 7 Year Slip and A Novel Love Story, and I really loved The 7 Year Slip, and I personally quite enjoyed A Novel Love Story, so I am very intrigued. I also know all of her books have some sort of like magical realism within them, so I'm interested to see if she's sticking to the same formula and if this book has that in it too. But yeah, I'm just scared there's going to be songs written in this book. If there's not, I'm genuinely not going to have an issue with it whatsoever. Like, I really hope it's kind of fade to black when it comes to the music. Like, oh, I wrote this song, and I showed him the song, and he said that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to know the song. I don't need to. So hopefully she does it that way, and then I should, hypothetically, in theory, really enjoy it. But I don't know anything about this book, so as usual, I will give you a synopsis once I can comprehend what this book is about. And we're going to start this today and hopefully get it done over the next couple of days. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that this is the third kind of and final book of this video. And honestly, I'm so intrigued. I'm really intrigued on how this one's going to go. So let's start it and see how we feel. So today is Friday and it is Blackpink Day, hence the black and pink shirt and just Anissa being here in general. We're about to get ready. I have to do my hair, which, if you guys own a shark, you get it. You get how loud it's about to be. We both have Red Bulls because we both were too excited. It's like Christmas morning today for us, genuinely. We both woke up so early I could not sleep. I also tanned, if you can't tell. And like sleeping in that tan combined with we forgot to shut the window with the aircon, so I could hear all the buses really loud. All night. And then I was just so excited. So I got about 6 hours of sleep because I fell asleep at 1. And then I woke up at like 7:30.
I was gonna stay up real late. I had a feeling we were. And I was like, Leah, shut the fuck up, like I need to sleep. I was texting you and I was looking at the time and I was like, but I found myself on TikTok and I was like, if I send her TikTok
I
now,
was on TikTok.
she's gonna like shut the fuck up and
Wait, that's why my limit for today's already run out because I did an hour of it at 1 a.m. Anyway, I don't have like, where's my hair clip? Oh, I need to put my, okay, I'm gonna go because I'm, you know when you sit down and you're like, yeah, getting ready will take like an hour, and then you sit down and you're like, I have to do this and that, like, too much, but I'm gonna crack the Red Bulls. We had Blackpink, the set list on, but we may mix it up near, like, in between getting ready and put on some other music too, because obviously we're gonna be hearing a lot of Blackpink today. And honestly, for a lot of shows, I like love the music and I love the people, but I panic. And I make myself panic listen to the setlist because I convince myself that I don't know any of the lyrics. Blackpink, I feel so secure in myself and my ability to sing along to these fucking songs. I'm not worried. So we can listen to some different music too. What have we got going on here?
the way I've stopped caring about what I look like in
I can cut this out if you want
no,
me
it's
to.
okay. Actually, is that a label? Yeah. I need to actually cut this. The way I, oh, by the way, guys, I'm underpainting before you judge me and call me a clown. Listen, I'm like preparing for like everything. I'm gonna set like my face so much, like multiple times.
Yeah.
Powder.
Yeah.
Drag myself. This is, by the way, this is my favorite song probably from Forever. I don't know why. It reminds me of when I was younger, and I was like in the car with my mum, and I'm like, I'm doing the choreography, and she's like, I'm imagining Beyonce doing.
It's time. We are ready. This is the fit. I have my
Oh my god.
my Doc absolute stompers on with some red matching socks. Little top, little skirt because it's hot. I'm actually sweating. I'm actually boiling. But yeah, we're ready to go. We're gonna browse a little bit in some shops and then get some food before the show, and then we'll make our way over to Wembley.
Oh my god, you smell good. I forgot I need to put some perfume on.
Yeah, perfumed, and the oil smells good. But
What
yeah,
kind of perfume?
this is the final look. See y'all there, I guess.
I should probably wait for like the water and everything. Water? Right. What are you doing? I'm glad I like hairsprayed it up.
Someone who fits
Glad I hairsprayed it up.
sponsored.
zoom in on his balls. Just.
You even got it on your nose.
No.
Leah, this angle. Leah, look.
I see.
You didn't have it on your nose. Wait, I don't have mine on my nose.
It's folded. You have to unfold it.
Yeah, there she is. And then you can readjust it.
Okay, amazing. The way I'm not in frame.
You can move the camera.
Okay. There we go. That should be fine. Okay, guys, I've got Leah's cake, and I'm she's left the tap on. Okay. How the fuck am I gonna eat this with my mask on? You can't even see. Better. This actually slaps. I don't know how I'm gonna sorry, I've migrated.
Is it the lighting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love how I look insane and you guys look more normal. Leon looks the best in the mask, which is pissing me
Yeah,
off.
because it fits his face.
His
Is
face.
bigger.
So I'm
It
like,
fits
why
your
the
face perfectly.
like literally, and then for us we look fucking.
Why does it kind of suit you?
Literally. Anyway, it slaps. Congrats.
It's good. Pink.
I turn around, it's like, it's shit. It's actually really bad. Imagine me having to go home and go to work after concert.
Imagine.
Like, it would never happen. Hello?
When? When?
Choking on something. I don't know what's going on.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Oh. It's actually 2 p.m.
It's 2 p.m.
We got up, honestly, far too early. Way earlier
Well-
than we needed to.
We spent, what, 7 hours? 6 hours for me.
Sleep? 6 hours sleep?
That's it.
Yeah, we woke up at like 8:30. I
got
woke
like
up at
7.5
8:30.
at least. A decent amount, like a normal amount. Because I watched you sleep.
Yeah, like 7.
I watched you sleep. I watched you sleep.
That's not creepy at all. But
Ah,
yeah, so we
so-
woke up super early. We did face masks. I made French toast, and then Leon went to work. And it's like our bodies and brains just shut down after we ate that food.
My
Bro?
skeletal muscle, my bones are
Yeah,
jacked up. Like they're actually in
skeletal
pain.
muscles. What are you
Same
on
thing.
about?
I don't know. Just words.
Yeah, we like conked out. Like
yeah.
mentally first, we put on Alice in Wonderland, and then like physically, I fell asleep for like genuinely in like an hour and a half.
To be fair, we were all doom scrolling really late at night. It was like 1
Yeah.
a.m. and we were still on our phones, and Lee was like, "We need to fucking go." To
I know.
bed."
I was like, the fact that we're all saying, "Oh, we're so tired."
Leon
we're
had
so
work.
tired.
I don't know why he was still
Leon
up.
had work. He had
He was
to
getting
leave at
FOMO.
10.
He got
And we were
FOMO.
just fucking scrolling at like 12:30. I was like, what are we doing right now? Come
We got
on.
a good train on the way back though. Like
yeah, we got home
we got the second
so
train.
easy. So easy.
Thank
um,
God, because if we didn't, I think I'd cry.
Yeah. But guys, the show was incredible.
It was really good.
We're having such like post-concert clarity where you're like, I can't believe I saw it live.
Like,
You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe, like, Apata, we saw Apata literally with our own two eyes
Yeah.
in front of us.
I think I liked the set list. I liked the way it was laid out. I feel like there were certain songs that unfortunately we really wanted to have, but
Yeah.
we didn't
I
get.
wish Type of Girl and Crazy Over You got played, but I understand that they probably didn't do that because their last tour was the Born Pink tour. Oh my god. The last tour was the Born Pink tour, so that's probably why, right? Because, like,
Oh, so the other brush.
they would have played them. It's there.
Sorry.
They would have played those songs then. But anyway, honestly, banger after banger after banger, like, they really do make good music. And the performance was incredible, like, everything. The energy of the whole stadium was, like, pretty good.
Yeah, our section was not standing up for a while though.
No, but most
Like-
of Nosebleeds, for some reason, wasn't. The only other time I've been to Wembley for a concert was Harry Styles, and we all stood the entire show.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting, like, that kind of lack of energy. However, I've been going to a bunch of concerts this year, and it's actually quite common for people in the nosebleeds to not stand. And I'm like, bitch, and everyone's like, I paid for seats, I'm gonna sit in my seats. I'm like, you're fucking
Well, that's
boring.
fine. You can get blocked then by people that want to stand up and dance.
Yeah, I'm like,
The
I didn't.
seats are there to,
I paid
like,
for the
chill.
seat because I wanted to be in the room, not because I wanted to sit down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
don't
you can
wanna
sit if you want to, because there's some songs that are like.
maybe the slower ones.
Yeah, we like sat down or got up again and whatever, like interludes, like they had like time where they were like changing.
yeah.
so
Oh
we
yeah,
sat
you
for
have
that.
to sit then. But like, other than that, like, get up.
Yeah.
Like, I went to 80s. We were sat the whole time. 80s?
You were sat for 80s. That's your
Yeah.
favorite.
Like, Work and Bouncy, we were all sat. I kept looking around like, why? But anyway, I think, well, I don't know what you're gonna do. But I think I'm
I'm
gonna try
gonna-
and read. Are you gonna read?
I think I'm gonna finish off, try and get Exit Strategy as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's the 4th book in the Murderbot series.
You're flying through them. I need to put the second one on my Kindle.
I'm gonna be done with it soon by the end of today.
I just need to do them.
Yeah.
Today, honestly, I'm kind of sad. How do I show you without, like, I don't know.
It's gloomy outside, isn't it?
I'm trying to be like, you can kind of see, like, that is all just white sky. It's very, like, gloomy. It's not raining or anything, it's just overcast.
Considering
which is kind of
yesterday was very
sad.
sunny.
Yeah, yesterday was, oh my god, gorgeous weather. Perfect, honestly. I think it was, like, ideal for a concert where you're going in, like, a tiny little top and a tiny little skirt.
Yeah, because even with the breeze, it wasn't unbearable. Like it
No,
was like.
it was good. But yeah, I'm kind of sad it's like this weather today because obviously we're finishing up my final summer reads. And we're going to be finishing this book today, the final summary read of the year. It would have been nice to have a nice summer day.
In my mind, I'm getting more into the autumn stuff
Oh,
already.
after this is done, you probably won't see me pick up like a romance for like a while. Actually, you know what?
That's a big fat
You know how
lie.
they say the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over and expecting
Yeah.
a different result?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to read the Cinnamon Bun Cafe or whatever the hell it's called.
You actually.
Yeah, and did I hate Pumpkin Spice
Because
Cafe?
it was bad,
Yeah.
guys. It was the most bland book.
Cinnamon
I think I've
Bun
ever-
Bookstore. That's what it's called. But like a really like mid-tier, but very seasonal palette cleanser romance.
I think they-
Guys, I never told you about the book. I obviously started it. Like on my way.
fault.
No, like just in general, I started it on the way to work and then I read a bunch at work and then I just forgot that like I haven't spoken to you guys about it. We're following Joni and she is a songwriter, but she's kind of like in a block because something is happening with her mum and it's kind of thrown her off kilter basically. And so she like what am I trying to say? She goes back to her home in Vienna Falls, and there's something happening, which I also can't say because it's not in the blurb. But as we know, Ashley Boston books have like a magical realism element in them. So this thing that I can't say is to do with the magical realism element, but that is happening, and that's happening while she's back in Vienna Shores, and basically something happens, it brings these two people together. She really gives you nothing in the blurb. I'm struggling to tell you guys what this book is about. But it brings them together, and they're now basically working on a song together. They're both hearing this melody in their heads, this song. They're both kind of like struggling with their artistry at the moment, and so they've decided, because they're both hearing this melody, they've decided to co-write this song, try and figure out what the melody is, what the lyrics are that go with it, and they're going to write the song. And that's kind of where I'm at. There's definitely some feelings here, but they're both kind of, I think he's aware, but she's kind of like,
Suppress them.
she's, not accepting how she feels, so he's kind of just like letting her figure out her own shit, you know? Her own stuff. So that's kind of what's happening now. Oh, it does say
God,
telepathic connection. Okay, they can hear each other in their heads. Is that spoilers?
Incredible. Not really.
Okay, don't think like Akamath. It's the same situation for these characters. They can like communicate and hear each other in their heads, and while they're having that, they're also both hearing this like telepathic like earworm song thing. So that's what's happening.
It's a really cool, fun concept.
It's such a cool concept.
To do with music
I'm
and love.
really enjoying this, and I was worried because I was saying to the
Yeah.
vlog, I hate like when there's songs in books. Like,
I don't like it either.
It's
I mean,
awful.
I get if it's in a different language or something, and they're
Yeah.
it's like a folk
Like
tale
I can
thing.
maybe get behind like a Tolkien like
That's what
little
I was
rhyme,
saying. I like
maybe,
those.
especially when I'm listening to the Andy Serkis
Yeah.
audiobooks. But so I was worried about this one, knowing it was music. I'm like, oh, it's a little bit hit or miss for me with like music concepts in books. But this is slapping so hard. It's really good. I really recommend it. I actually like love. Even fictional love. I'm crying. This is ridiculous. Hello everyone, I am here to wrap up this reading vlog, this weekly reading vlog where we rounded off the final summer reads, and honestly I feel like we had such a good reading week. I'm very happy with the books we read. I feel like I've had a lot of highly rated good books recently, and I'm hoping that that continues from now onwards because it's been so much more fun than just reading like mid-tier books, you know? But let's just really quickly wrap up this video and then you guys can go. So the first book we did officially finish was The Burning God, and this wasn't necessarily, sorry, I have hair on my face. This wasn't necessarily like a summary read that I was looking to wrap up. It's actually because I am meeting RF Kwang in 3 days, and I obviously needed to finish the final book of hers that I hadn't read, and I can't believe it took me this long. But it was phenomenal, it was heartbreaking, it was everything it needed to be. These characters were everything they needed to be. They did everything they had to do. Obviously it's book 3 in a very intense kind of war fantasy, so there's not too much I can say, but I do think the ending and the way everything wrapped up and the actions that every character made just worked so well for them and who they were as people. Like, there was never any point within this whole series where I thought, I don't know if they should have done that, or like, I don't know if they would have done that. No. She crafted them perfectly, honestly, and this was like a 5 out of 5 star read. It was phenomenal, and I'm so sad it's all over, but in 3 days I will have my hands on Katabasis, so my RF Kwang journey is not over yet, because we will soon have a new book from her, and I'm so excited for it. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I think it's going to be like a new favourite for me. But yeah, we wrapped up Burning God. And then the second book we read was The Wedding People by Alison Espach. I really enjoyed this one. As I said earlier in the vlog, general fiction isn't usually something I reach towards. It will always be like a romance or fantasy or like a thriller. I don't know. Just general fiction is not something I usually pick up, but however I probably will from now on, because this one was really good. I loved all the messages it was trying to convey, what it was trying to do. The characters were so fleshed out and really interesting, and I felt like every character just had their backstory like interwoven into them, and even though we may not have learned everything, I feel like Alison knew everything about them, if that makes sense. Like they just felt so fleshed out, and I really enjoyed this book. I can't remember what I gave it. It was like a 4 or like a 4.5. I think I'll put it on the screen somewhere because I can't really remember, but I just loved this book and I really recommend it for like a final summary read if anyone is looking for one, although there's a chance this video will go up in autumn. I'm a bit behind, guys. I'm a little bit behind. But yeah, love this one. And then finally the book we finished up yesterday, and honestly, like last night when I had nothing to do, I was like, I'm so sad I finished this book because it was phenomenal. That Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. She really redeemed herself. I personally wasn't one of like the huge haters of a novel love story. I really enjoyed it. However, it was just not comparable to The 7 Year Slip. However, this one, I loved this one. 4.75 stars. I loved the magical realism concept that we went for. I loved the characters and the journey. I loved the discussion surrounding dementia in this one, even though it was heartbreaking and really sad. It's also always so important to talk about those things. And yeah, I've already spoken about this one like literally just before this clip, so I'm not going to dwell on this one too much, but I did love this book a lot and I really recommend it, and I think she did a good job with this one. Although I have seen mixed reviews and I've seen a lot of people saying that this one wasn't too memorable for them and that it was just kind of like a 3-star read, so you know, take that information as you will. I personally loved it and gave it 4.75 stars. So those were all the books that we wrapped up in this video, and honestly, let me know if you guys have read any of these books, because I feel like every single one of them is like 4 stars and above, like really good, strong reads, and I recommend all of them. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe and do all of those fun things. Let me know what summer reads you managed to wrap up in the few final days of summer, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye!